How cool would that be if that went in? What's up, everybody? George from Ginger Snap Disc Golf. Today we're going to be talking about tournaments, how to prep for them, what not to do, what to do, everything in between. Let's get into it. Sorry for this video coming out so late. I said I was going to get it posted last week before my first tournament of the year. It rained. And by rain, I mean like it absolutely flooded the night and the whole day right before the tournament. So I want to talk to y'all today about 3 things that I think you should do every single time before you play in a tournament or an event of any sort. These 3 things have helped me win a couple of events and perform better in tournaments. I believe if you try these 3 things, they will definitely help you maybe not necessarily win a tournament, but they'll definitely help you get going in that direction. Hole 1, just pretty stock hyzer. A lot of wind today. The first tip that I want to give y'all is play a practice round. It's probably a given for most people, but I do want to talk a little bit more in depth of what like a good practice round is versus a bad practice round. How cool would that be if that went in? Like I said, there are definitely differences between a good practice round and a bad practice round. One of the main things with the practice round is I think a lot of times people will treat it just like it's a normal fun round of disc golf and will be like 2 off the first tee, or I'm gonna go with my best shot or my best putt. Tournaments, you don't get second shots. Be willing to go with your first shot every time, no matter how bad it is, because it'll probably help you a lot more than you think it will. Hole 4, it's a little over 400 feet uphill the whole way. I'm gonna go with a Swirly Blend Emperor. There's a bunch of wind going left to right, so I need something stable to fight out. Going off of what I just talked about of always going with your first shot, that doesn't mean to not throw multiple shots. I definitely think you should throw multiple shots in a practice round, but I do think you should also always go with the first one. Oh, that's too high. Woo! Dang, that's understable. Last thing about a practice round, I think you should be very intentional about going and playing on this specific course that the tournament's going to be at, if at all possible. If not, you definitely want to play on a course that's as similar as possible to the course that the tournament's going to be on. I wasn't able to play a practice round this last weekend because of the weather. Either way, you definitely want to try to play a practice round on the specific course that you're going to be playing the tournament in. The next thing I want to talk about for tip number 2 is building the bag. You have to build the bag for your tournament. If you don't build the bag, then a lot of times what happens is you pull up to the tournament and you end up wishing that you had a disc that's at your house in your disc golf field bag. I don't know. Building the bag is not something that is just good for pros. I think it's really good for people on all levels. We'll talk more about it. Skipped around to hole 6 on Lakeside. It says it's like 360. I don't think it's that far. I think it's like 330. I'm gonna throw the 20-year Buzz. Get left, get straight. That might actually be great. So one of the things about building the bag is you do need to think about what kind of shots and how far the shots are going to be at the tournament. So if you're at a tournament where the average shot is like 250 feet, you don't need 8 distance drivers. If you're at a course that's going to require the average shot being like 350, then you don't need 8 mid-ranges. You have to think to yourself, what discs are needed for this course? And are they in my bag? I'm pretty sure this hit those branches. If I make it, it counts. Ooh. 350 feet downhill the whole way. I'm going to throw this Metal Flake Raw because it should be too overstable to reach the water. I've already lost 1 disc today. I don't want to lose another one. And it came out early. Oh boy. That's more of the shot I'm looking for, I think. Woo. Does that even count? Like, that was dead center. I don't know what more to do. Hole 10 is 454 feet uphill the whole way, probably plays 500. Par 4 ends up going into the woods. Very tough shot. You want to end up left. So the last thing I'll say about building the bag is you also need to consider what discs you're throwing well, specifically in this season of your disc golf career or disc golf journey, whatever you want to call it. Just because a disc is something you think would be good for this course, but you know that you're not throwing it well at the time, that probably means you still shouldn't bag it. It would be better for you to bag a disc that may not be best for this course, but you're throwing better, if that makes sense. Get left. I actually got up here a lot further than I thought I did. Probably like 100 feet away. I don't know how to get there though, so if you see a lane anywhere through here, please comment below, because I've never birdied this hole in my life. Is it? Today's not the day. Nope. Strategy for preparing for a tournament, I believe, is strategizing. It's going to look different for everyone, but there's 3 major concepts of creating a strategy for the tournament that I think everyone should do. Maybe a big ace, drop, go in, do it. Oh, that is way left, not even close. What I mean by creating a strategy, first and foremost, is you need to figure out where you are in your disc golf journey. Are you throwing far but not putting well? Are you putting well and not throwing far? Can you throw every shot shape that's in the game, or can you only throw hyzer right now? Backhand versus forehand, like you could just, the list goes on forever. You have to figure out where you personally are in your disc golf journey so that you know how to attack the course properly with your skill set that you have currently. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. You know the rule. If I throw it in, it counts. Man, thought that was it. The next part of the strategy is not only do you need to figure out where your game is, you need to figure out what the course is going to call for in the tournament. You got to figure out a strategy that is specific for the course that you're going to be playing at. Like, does it have more forehands or backhands, long shots, short shots, whatever it is, so that you know what to practice that week leading up to the tournament. Throw a couple ace runs. It's not an ace, not even close. Nah, it's so straight. A better shot though. Let's skip it in with the slab. That legit might be it. Oh my gosh. If only that was my first shot. There's really one more thing I want to talk about strategy that I think is maybe the most important before we just recap everything we talked about. This hole 15 is like 250, straight headwind, definitely over 10 miles per hour. So I'm going to throw this on. Get down. So I think the last thing that you need to do strategy-wise, and this is something a lot of people overlook, is you need to figure out what the conditions of the tournament are going to be. It's going to be super flooded the day before, or even raining the day of. You need to have the proper equipment, like extra towels or shoes that are water resistant. It's going to be super windy, like it is right now. You need to put the proper discs in your bag that can handle the wind. There's a bunch of little things like that in course conditions that I think people overlook a lot until they get there, and then they freak out because they didn't think to check the weather before the tournament started or whatever else. Why is player B always better, at least at putting? It's ironic that I said you need to check the course conditions before you play a tournament, and I didn't do that today. I did not realize how windy it was going to be. Maybe I should practice what I make content on. Like 325, water carry. Basket is down over the top of that hill. Kind of like an island green. There's a creek that's OB left, so you don't want to end up too far right because you're in the water. You don't want to be too far left because it's OB. I just forgot my disc. Be right back. Right, there's like, I don't even know how strong of a crosswind. I want to make sure I don't lose another disc. So I'm going to throw this slab, very, very overstable, get out over the water and try to just spike it in where the basket is. Oh, get down. I can't see it. Oh, that might have actually done exactly what I wanted it to do. That would have spat out. I would have been like, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have just made a short out of it or something so other people could laugh at my pain. I'm sure y'all can hear that. That is the wind we've been playing in the entire time. y'all seem to really enjoy these how-to videos or tutorial-like videos more so than other stuff that I do. Don't forget to subscribe, all the YouTube things. Seriously though, thank y'all so much for the support. I'm honestly shocked at the support and the growth of the channel so far. So thank y'all. So that's all I got for y'all today. As always, stay snappy. Love y'all. Go win tournaments.